Okay, so the first thing that you're going to do is to draw a box, and you can draw it pretty loosely. You just want to make sure that you leave space at the top for your lettering. So just draw a box on the lower portion of your paper. Okay, if you've never done bubble letters, they may be sort of a mental obstacle to overcome. And a really easy way to do that is by simply taking your pencil and drawing lightly. And you just draw letters like you normally would in capitals. Okay? And then, hey guys, thanks. You look up here. From there, basically what you've done here is drawn a skeleton. Okay, and now you're going to put flesh on it. You're going to put muscles and those sorts of things. Maybe a little bit of fat. Depends on how you want it to look. To do just a simple block letter, you're just going to draw lines along the outside of that skeleton, if we're going to use that as an analogy. Okay. And you have now a bubble letter. So basically, you'll need to erase that line on the inside, and you've got a good bubble letter. Once you can practice this a little bit, and then you can start playing with it. So you don't have to do necessarily just sort of geometric angles and that sort of thing. You can do more curvilinear, more organic lines, or you can have fun with it. Add a little bit of flair to it. There's no reason that a U shouldn't look like this, right? Okay, or what's that? It can be your first or last name. Yeah, so it's up to you how you want to do that. But you do want to fill that space up there. Okay, after you've done that, I'm just going to instruct while you guys are working, and you can look up here as you go. But you'll divide that box right down the middle with a line. Okay. Then you're going to start filling up the shapes. You can do it representational, so it actually looks like something, like a face or a tree or a nature scene if you want. Otherwise, don't worry about having it be representational. It can be abstract, it can be non-representational, just shapes and lines. Okay, so I'm going to do that now. You do this first in pencil. And since it needs to be the same on both sides, I've already messed that one up. Okay, but for this particular assignment, it doesn't need to be perfect. Okay? It doesn't need to be perfect. You just need to get the basic shapes on either side of the line so that when you start filling it in, it has a sense of balance. Creating balance in an artwork is really important because if it feels off balance, the viewer isn't as engaged with it. So formal symmetry like this, doing it exactly the same on one side as the other, is a great way to bring balance to an image, especially designs as you go. So after you've done this all in pencil, then you can go ahead and start using marker. And the markers are up at the front of the room. Okay, and as you start doing the marker, what I found works really well is to just concentrate on one side at a time. So fill in the shapes on one side, and then once you've done that, you go to the other side and you fill in the negative space. That's that emptiness around the shapes. Okay, and then that creates that interesting symmetrical design called Notan.